Next cube is my Void Cube. I have an unboxing video for this and a review for this puzzle, so I won't say much, but it's really fun to have, and I think it's really ingenious, the mechanical workings of this puzzle, and it's just really cool to have. I love just like spinning it like with my finger inside of it. I think this is just such a cool puzzle to have, even if it's not harder to solve, or it doesn't really cut corners or anything, but it's a really cool puzzle to have. So if you guys have an opportunity to get a Void Cube, get one, because they're really cool. Next puzzle is my truncated cube. I made a unboxing video for this and a review for this, but I haven't had the opportunity to show you guys the new color scheme. I ripped off the crappy old stickers, because if you order one of these, more than likely it's going to come with just these really nasty, terrible stickers, and so I replaced all of them with nice CubeSmith stickers, and I custom cut silver triangles, because they don't make silver triangles on Cube for You. But anyway, sorry, CubeSmith. But it looks really nice with the new stickers. It just looks real sharp with the stickers on the triangles like that. I think it adds a really nice contrast to the rest of the puzzle. As for the actual puzzle itself, it comes from a pretty crappy cube. It does have screws and springs, but all the pieces are hollow, and when you have hollow pieces tend to lock up a lot easier than filled pieces do. So let me see if I can force like a lockup due to like a hollow piece. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, this corner right here is hollow, so this edge actually like went inside. See, it's hollow right there. It actually went inside of it and locked up. So that's why hollow pieces aren't very good all the time. But anyway, it's cool to have a truncated cube, because I'm a collector. And anyway, so there it is. The next cube are my extended cubes. I made reviews for these also, so you might want to check those out. This is a 3x3x5 extended and 3x3x4 extended. I replaced the stickers on the 3x3x5 with Cube for You stickers, and they're peeling a little bit. So it just goes to show that Cube for You stickers aren't the best quality. They're higher quality than a lot of other stickers, but they're definitely not the best quality out there. But anyway, the extended cubes are really fun to play with, because you solve them just like a normal 3x3, but it's interesting to just kind of watch them change shape as you play with them. So the extended cubes are really fun to play with. And my next cube is a custom cube that I made from two old Rubik's brand cubes. This is a Siamese 1x1x3 Siamese. By the way, the 1x1x3 stands for the number of connected pieces. So it's 1x1x3, like that. This is the second mod I made. I had a 1x2x3, which has like these two rows connected, but it broke and I haven't bothered to put it back together. So all I have is this one. This one's harder to solve than the 1x2x3 Siamese is, but it's just as fun. If you want to know how to put together a Siamese cube or how to solve a Siamese cube, go to Throst's channel. He has an awesome video. He's a badass. But anyway, that's my 1x1x3 Siamese cube. The next puzzle is my crystal cube. I bought this puzzle from an online store in Japan, and I have a unboxing video for this, so check that out. It's a really fun puzzle. Basically, it's a 3x3 with extended pieces to kind of make it into this like crystal-like shape. Now, some crystal cubes don't have corners, but this one does have corner pieces. So all these edges and centers are actually extended twice. Like here, let me just show you a centerpiece. So as you can see, that's the actual center, that's the first extension, and that's the second extension. So all these pieces, the centers are extended twice. But it's a fun puzzle. I have a review on this puzzle, so check that out if you want more information on this puzzle. Next up is my 3x3 extended. This puzzle solves just like a 3x3, but it has extended pieces all the way around. That's what the edge looks like, and that's what the corner looks like. It's a fun puzzle to have. Again, it solves just like a 3x3. So it's cool to show off to all your friends that think it's a hard puzzle when it's really not. And it's also just looks really cool. So it's a fun collector's item to have also. Again, I have a review on this puzzle, so check that out if you want more information. Alright, so that's pretty much it with the 3x3 and 3x3 mods. Let's go into some bigger cubes. Next cube up here is my first 4x4, which is an Ishin 4x4 that I've turned into a 4x4 Ruben King. As I said before, the Ruben King cubes are really fun to play with, and it adds a little bit of difficulty without making it too hard, but enough difficulty to make it interesting again. So if you kind of got bored of solving 4x4s normally, try putting a Ruben King set on it. The reason I put a Ruben King set on my Ishin is because I was going to get another Ishin, which I haven't got yet, but hopefully I will soon. But I lubed this one with my old silicone spray, and it just doesn't work very well, not as well as the CRC does. So I didn't want to bother with like cleaning this one, so I decided to turn it into a Ruben King and just buy a different Ishin. But anyway, it's still a good cube, so here's the 4x4 Ruben King. The second 4x4 that I got is my Rubik's brand 4x4. Now, if you're wondering why did I get a Rubik's brand 4x4 and when I already had an Ishin, well, I'm a collector, so that's what I do. Even though I knew the 4x4, the Rubik's 4x4 wasn't as good as the Ishin, I just had to get it because I'm a collector and I needed to have one. It still has all the original stickers on it. I hardly ever play with it because I know it's not that great, but anyway, there's the 4x4. The next 4x4 I got is my Yushin 4x4. This is basically a cloned version of the Ishin 4x4. It's not as good because these center pieces pop out and whatnot, but it's still really smooth. But again, it's not as good as an Ishin. I do have a review for this, so if you want to check that out, go to my channel, look up the Yushin 4x4 review. Anyway. Next cube is my 5x5 cube. This is an Ishin 5x5. And the Ishin puzzles in general are great, but the 5x5 in particular is just awesome. It's probably the best 5x5 on the market. A lot of people say the VCube 5s are awesome. I don't have a VCube 5, and if they are awesome, that's great. But as far as I'm concerned, the Ishin is just amazing. I don't understand how a puzzle can be better than this, because this puzzle is just great. It cuts corners pretty well. Here, let me show you some cutting corners. Like that. That doesn't really click into place like when you cut the corner, but it does have enough resistance to where you can do patterns on it at a decent speed. Now again, if the V-cubes are better, that's great, but this 5x5 in particular, this Ishin 5x5 is probably one of the best puzzles I own. So congrats to Ishin on making an awesome 5x5. Next puzzle is my super cubes, my 4x4 and 5x5 super cubes. These, you can order these from CubeForYou.com. I do have a tutorial on how to solve the 4x4 super cube, and it's very similar to the 5x5, but I will be making a tutorial on how to solve the 5x5 super cube also. These cubes are really fun to have, especially the 5x5. The 4x4, the only challenges in this puzzle is making sure that the centers are oriented correctly, but the 5x5, having 9 centers that need to be oriented correctly, it adds a significant challenge to the puzzle. So if you want to make your 5x5 challenging again, maybe you got bored with it, but putting a super cube set on it like this really will make it challenging and fun again. So those are the super cubes, Ishin super cubes, by the way. Next cube is my VCube 7, black VCube 7. Again, I don't like white cubes that much. And I'm actually kind of disappointed that VCube stopped making the black cubes, because I'll never be able to get a black one. But anyway, the reason I didn't order a VCube 6 or a VCube 5 is, first of all, because of money. And the second reason is because all the complaints about the VCube 6, I just didn't want to get one. I always thought the 7x7 was cooler because I like odd number cubes better than even number cubes. I just think they're cooler. So when I had to choose between getting a VCube 7 and a VCube 6, I already had a 5x5, so I wasn't that interested in the VCube 5. But I mean, eventually I'll get all of them. I'm just kind of waiting for the VCube company to make the VCube series, at least the 6 cube, a little bit better before I get a VCube 6. But the VCube 7 is really awesome. It's bigger when you get it. Like, the overall cube is big, but it feels tiny, because when you look at all these individual cubies right here, they're just really small. But it's a great puzzle and it works really well, and it's really cool to have a VCube 7. If you have opportunity, definitely get a VCube 7 because they're awesome puzzles.